But I'll tell you this cold email works, okay? Start implementing. There's so many videos on cold email, in the coaching call replays and all that. In the SEO accelerator / rank and rent membership area, how to set up cold email. And we do that in Mailshake, but looks like instantly is so much cheaper. You can literally get that going, get some leads, scrape some leads through so many different tools and send out these cold emails. And you will have people raising their hand, right? So get that going, because without that, it doesn't matter, right? I could talk to you, and I'm going to share a little bit about lead nurturing, what we do. And I'd love to hear from other gurus here like Rizmo and anybody else who does a lot of client stuff, what you guys do for lead nurturing. But it's like driving a car, right? If you don't start driving the car, I can show you, turn steering wheel here, the brakes there, whatever. It's not going to make sense for you if you're just going to sit in the car. You need to start doing the cold email, implement it. So then when the leads start coming in, then it'll make sense, okay, as you figure out the lead nurturing, right? So let me quickly share my screen. This is my process, guys. This is actually a screenshot of this $397 lawyer. Like, he did not even want to pay my Stripe invoice, right? He's just like, he's happy to leave a check at the front desk. Okay, he's like, he's as simple as that. Okay, but here is what I'm showing. So once we send the cold emails, okay, and there's different scripts we use. Watch the video from Donald, I think last month or January, I'm not sure. He goes over literally the script, all of that in detail. My email is almost always as simple as, this is what's been working for me. So if it ain't broken, I don't change it. As simple as, hey, I saw your website is missing a few things, which if you fix, you'll rank higher and get more customers from Google. Can I do a 5-minute quick video showing you what it is? Worst case, you can fix it yourself. Okay, that's what I tell. And when somebody says, yes, send the video over, then I do this value video, this SEO audit. Literally has made 80% of brought in 80% of my clients. Okay, it somehow works. Okay, now is every person who sees the video going to become a client? You know how it is, numbers game, but you get the idea. Once I send the video out, I try to get them on a Zoom call ideally. It doesn't always happen like that to me. These days, what I'm doing is, instead of telling them I will send a video if you're interested, I'm actually in the first email, I tell them, hey, if you find the video, if you watch the video and are willing to get on a 10-minute quick call with me, then I'll send the video. But I promise you, it'll add so much. You will learn, and it'll add so much value than any other SEO companies you talked to in the past. Something along those lines, because I want to get the rate of number of people getting on a call on a Zoom with me higher, right? Because in the past, I've seen if I send out 10 audits, maybe 2 or 3 agree to get on a call with me. So I'm getting that percentage higher. So does that make sense? So test it out. This is just a framework, okay? But most of the time, this video audit makes sense. People will see the value. Then you have to do a little bit of follow-up. Try to get them on a Zoom call. Sometimes, actually half the time for me, they may not be ready for a Zoom call. They want to get on a phone call. For some reason, people don't like getting on a Zoom. Okay, and these guys are running businesses. So I don't know what, right? But I get on a phone call, and then it's a matter of, as much as I say, and the next week, the week after, we'll go over sales call framework in depth, the questions I ask on the Zoom call and all that. But on the phone call, it's a lot of just common sense talking. Most people, at least from my experience, and I'll probably have Riz and Marcos, anybody else, chime in on this. Business owners are so used to people trying to sell them things. When I just add value and ask questions about their business, they kind of start talking to me, and I can feel them kind of relaxing a bit and answering a little bit. So just 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points. It could be a couple of emails back and forth before the phone call, right? It could be another, hey, look at this case study, or a testimony from another client in your niche we helped. Something to get their belief up, to get on a call with you, ideally a Zoom call for 30 minutes with you. Business owners, I want you to understand, they get bombarded by all these marketing companies, 10, 20, 30, 40 emails a day, 3, 4, 5, 10 calls a day. Everyone's trying to sell them something. Everybody wants this business owner's money. So when I come in saying, hey, his value video, I showed that, let's get on a call, ideally a Zoom, but at least a call if you want to, and just add value here, missing this, and then ask questions. What are you doing? Things like that. How can I help you? What exactly are you looking to be helped on? That kinds of opens them up. Okay, so that's what I pretty much do, guys. And again, like I said, I don't go gung-ho on sales all the time. I probably should, but Donald is very good at that. His brother Thomas, they literally have a spreadsheet that they track. Okay, touch point number 1, Zoom sent, okay, email, Zoom sent, phone call, follow-up email, like they track the whole thing, and that's why they literally close 1 to 2 clients a week. It's crazy. Okay, but literally as you do this, your funnel gets smaller, right? Sometimes I wrote this down, send customers if needed. I don't do that all the time, but for some contractors, right, you may not be able to do it for a dentist or a lawyer, but let's say I'm talking to a tree guy, right, or a painter. I can literally spend $100 on Google Ads and generate 1 or 2 customers, send that to him, and he'll be surprised. Nobody's done that. And I literally told them, hey, here is the 2 customers. Literally, I'm sending you $3,000 of revenue even before you became my client. Okay. I've done that once, to be honest. And I mean, I've done it a couple of times when one guy became a client. He paid me $1,500 a month for about 8 months. Okay. So end of the day, the way I see it is you have to see how you can separate yourself in every area here on what you can do to get them to look at you differently than any other marketer. Does that make sense? Okay. As a matter of fact, in this rank and rent membership area, I have a video called Prospecting Techniques. This is actually should be called Prospecting Strategies. This pretty much walks over different ways you can get clients. And these are 10 different ways I personally in the last 10 years done. I've gotten clients, right? BNI, I was a member of BNI when I initially started, along with my day job. Some of you may know what a BNI is, some of you may not know. And I got on a couple of clients from there, okay? All these meetups, Chamber of Commerce, lumpy mail. I sent out 10 lumpy mails to dentists, 10 dentists, and I got 1 client. I should probably keep doing that. I haven't done that, right? Literally, you can take any of this and practice it. Okay, so figure out different ways how you can start, like, separate yourself. One of the things I know people talk about is niching down. So let's say you want to focus only on dentist, right? You can literally put a some kind of a case study on how you help dentists, and then you can literally send out cold emails to dentists and saying, hey, can I send you a case study of how I 2x or 3x my traffic for dentists? So you want to stand apart and see how you can get people to raise their hand and say, yeah, give it to me, get something going on. And then as the funnel gets smaller and smaller, then you want to see how you can personalize it a lot more, so their trust in you goes up. Does that make sense? Okay, there's something called a rule of 7. The 7-11-4 rule, basically 7 hours of engagement in your content. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, they say you have to follow up 21 times or 15 times. I forgot the exact number. Like very few salespeople follow up more than 3 or 4 times, but really the 13th or 14th time is when you follow up, you get the sale. Something along those lines. Nowadays, it's the 7-11-4 rule based on consumer behavior. Okay, what I'm talking about is they have to see some kind of content. It doesn't mean YouTube videos. It could mean just a video of you showing a case study. It could be an Instagram. Okay, we got Ronnie in our mastermind who came and exactly showed how he went from 0 to $40,000 a month SEO agency just through his Instagram. Okay, so people want to have so many different touch points with your brand before they become your client. Does that make sense? As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm doing right now, as much as I don't like to do it, it absolutely is needed in this day and age, especially going forward in the future, is short form content. So my Instagram channel, I have a very not so good Instagram channel that's so neglected, but I started making some videos, and I have a friend of mine, Boris, who basically sells $397 and $597 packages to local businesses and gets them, okay, all he promises them is I will show you how to record quick videos in your business, and then I will edit them and upload them to Instagram, and you will get clients. Okay, literally he's printing money. Okay, and he showed me one of his this guy here, right? One of his clients, look at, I want you to see this, okay? He's only got 216 followers. That's it. I think last October or November, when this client became a client for Boris, he had like 175 followers, okay? This guy's videos, if you see that? He just records the video and he sends, so Boris does the ideation, right? Comes up with the script and ideas and what this guy has to record. This guy just records the whole thing. Then Boris does all of this kind of, editing, all of this scripts, all of this, whatever, all that kind of editing, and uploads it. That's it. And this boring business that sells vacuum and grills sold a $3,000, this guy got a $3,000 sale from somebody, some lady who saw this, walked into his store, right? The very first month of them doing this, walked into his store and bought a $3,000 grill. And he basically said, I saw you in Instagram. You were educating me on how to use something about the grill. So education-based marketing. People don't want to watch a lot of long form video these days. There's a lot more people on short form video. My 13-year-old daughter, my wife and I shout all the time at her, you're addicted to the phone, and she doesn't even have a TikTok account, but she just watches the YouTube shorts through Google, the Safari. Am I making sense here? So long story short, if you first start doing the cold email outreach, as that happens, right, slowly start a personal brand, but literally start doing that, because 3, 4, 5 months down the road, through cold email, you will get a prospective client who will check out your Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, at least have one social platform, who will check you out and then become a client. Okay.